Your upgrade is done.
新たな価値観、そして新世界秩序を受け入れていかなければなりません。2018年から激動の未来が始まっていくのです。
Objective. A new world order.
There's a need for a new world order, but it has different characteristics.
Felt that we needed a new world order, and instead let's create a new world order.
Of the world power elite are no longer secret.
It's known as the Bilderberg Group. Could their objective be world domination?
I'm Jim Tucker. I've chased Bilderberg for 30 years. I'll never give up the chase. Bilderberg plan for the whole world is nothing less than world government.
I'm not comfortable with that at all. Who elected these guys to run the planet?
They are the elitists. They feel they should run the world for their own selfish interests.
Now we can see a new world coming into view. A world in which there is the very real prospect of a new world order.
Bilderberg is making great progress toward the world government, and only an educated, informed public can stop them in their tracks.
David Rockefeller admits in his own memoirs that he wants to destroy the United States. He's a traitor!
The Trans-Texas Corridor is a vital part because we stop here in Texas. We stop the new world order right here in Texas.
This thing started here. And to save this country, we kill this damn thing here.
The concept of the New World Order has been around for centuries. It's been receiving tremendous play over the last half of the 20th century. George Bush, the first senior president, George Bush, used it a lot in his speeches and really implies that he really wants to see a order in which we have a universal or a global type of governance in which every human being on planet Earth is ultimately responsible to the policies that are being formulated at the international level.
It is a big idea, a new world order.
President Bush said that the New World Order was in tune, and that's what they were working for. The UN is part of that government. They're working right now very significantly for a North American Union. That's why there's a lot of people in Washington that don't care too much about our borders. They have a philosophic belief that national sovereignty is not important. It's also the reason I have made very strong suggestion that we need not be in the United Nations for our national security.
So you have seen a leaked copy of the agenda for this meeting, and I think one of the things that you say is that the euro is at the top of it, about what's going to happen to the euro. Why is that so important? Why is that at the top of the agenda?
Well, because they've been working so hard in creating this European Union, which is actually falling apart at the seams. We were watching this fall apart at the seams live and in real time, and this is one of the things of obvious concern to the Bilderbergers, because their plan is not about creating one world government, as so many people mistakenly believe, but rather creating what they call themselves the aristocracy of purpose between North American and European elites and the best ways to manage the planet. In other words, the creation of One World Company Limited. And to have the One World Company Limited, you cannot have countries, you need to have economic blocks. And to have economic blocks, you obviously need the euro for Europe to have this block as one, and obviously this euro is falling apart at the seams. Well, they're absolutely terrified, especially as there are a lot of people out there who are suggesting that certain countries, such as Greece, for example, should just walk away, and Spain should walk away. I've been saying it for a long time. Not only that, but actually France and Germany are also threatening to walk away, unless certain steps are taken. Obviously, Germany does not want to carry the burden. Their plan is not about creating one world government, as so many people mistakenly believe, but rather creating what they call themselves the aristocracy of purpose between North American and European elites and the best ways to manage the planet. In other words, the creation of One World Company Limited. And to have the One World Company Limited, you cannot have countries, you need to have economic blocks. And to have economic blocks, you obviously need the euro for Europe.
Okay, the Georgia Guidestones, some refer to it as the Stonehenge of America, or America's Stonehenge. Okay, in 1980, a guy under a fake name, of course the name was R.C. Christian, because it was a shot at Christians. Okay, he hired a granite company to build this unmovable structure down in Georgia, now known as the Georgia Guidestone. It is pretty much the 10 commandments for the elitists and their objective. Okay, for whether this occurs after World War III or if this is a prelude to World War III, but I'll read you the 10 commandments that are on there. And the entire thing is in is in so many different languages. I don't know if anyone has ever been there, they know what I'm talking about. It's massive, and it's in hieroglyphics, it's in Greek, it's in English, it's in, you name it, it's in every single language. So that everyone from every nation who's left standing will know the new rule of the land. All right, so let's go over this new rule of the land. Number 1, maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature, right? Because they push this nature paganism crap. But that's a very hefty goal, being that right now the current population is a little bit over 7 billion, and they want it at 500 million. So you're talking about wiping off a lot of people, and this is in plain sight. We're okay with this in Georgia, that this has been placed there under surveillance, of course, cameras everywhere in case somebody wants to go defame it. Right? They want to make sure nobody touches their commandments. You can't even put the 10 commandments out in front of a courthouse anymore, but you can put their commandments up, their laws of the land, right? Which should be offensive to all, being that it says to keep the population under 500 million when we're at over 7 billion. So what does that mean for the rest of the world? That they're planning a massive extermination. We allow this to happen. We can't allow this to happen. Not like this. Where are people protesting this? Where are people going to the court? This just shows you how much control they have and power. They won't even listen. They'll ignore you. But the sheep continue to go about their work every day. Their pointless desk work, sitting at a desk, being a slave to the system. Well, they're planning your demise right in front of your eyes. They're just distracting you. It's just a matter of time. They've got a time and a date probably penciled in. And while you're filing TPS reports, okay, they're looking at their clock going, yep, okay, we're right on schedule. We're going to get it down to 500 million. And then just like that, all of us are going to be extinct because we did nothing about it. We have to wake up. We have to see these things in plain sight. Share it with your friends. Share the Georgia Guidestones. Tell them about this if you didn't know, and say, what in the world, can you believe this? It's not a coincidence. What do you think, somebody randomly just put it there? It doesn't have significant meaning behind it? Come on. Of course it does. They're telling you in plain sight what your future holds, what my future holds, what our children's future holds. These sick, satanic, perverse scumbags that need to be exposed. Help me in exposing them. Get the word out. Share this channel. Or don't share the channel. Find somebody else out there that's exposing the truth. If you like their voice better than mine, and share theirs. The goal is to get this message out.
Ourselves and for future generations, a new world order, a world where the rule.
По поводу того, что против нашей страны ведется война. Ну, такой войны, слава богу, нет. Давайте не будем особенно обращать на это внимание. Но точно совершенно есть попытка сдержать наше развитие различными средствами. Есть попытка заморозить существующий, сложившийся за последние десятилетия после развала Советского Союза миропорядок во главе с одним безусловным лидером, который хочет в качестве такого и остаться, полагая, что ему можно все, а другим можно то, только что он разрешит. и только в его интересах. Такой миропорядок Россию никогда не устроит. Если кому-то это нравится, кто-то хочет жить в условиях полуоккупации, мы этого делать не будем. Но мы и воевать ни с кем не собираемся. Мы собираемся со всеми сотрудничать. И вот те попытки, которые предпринимаются, в том числе с так называемыми...
新たな価値観、そして新世界秩序を受け入れていかなければなりません。2018年から激動の未来が始まっていくのです。
諸君、狂いたまえ。
強化愚か。国賓と知りつつ黒船に密航した吉田松陰。命を懸けて敵艦に突っ込んだ特攻隊員。もののふとは死ぬことと述べた山本上長。現代の常識の外に身を置いた彼らはただの愚か者だったのか。強か愚か。正義が失われた時代に男の生き方を問う一冊。よくに秀行著、武士道を行く。
諸君、狂いたまえ。